Students from Harvard University last week finished their 10-day trek in Palestine, where they learned about different topics related to politics, economy, healthcare, and more. The trek was organized by Laji Cultural Center and 143 nonprofit organization and led by master's students from the university.
What we're trying to do is leave and develop relationships. So we have a medical team that's working at Jalazon camp. We have 4 physicians that are working there. We also have a team of 6 education people. So we're looking at the private, the public, and the UNRWA educational system to try to come up with a new model for early childhood education. And this is the business digital economy. We're trying to figure out how to be able to assist the Palestinian local community in figuring out what the hurdles are, what the challenges are, what the binding constraints are, to be able to assist and work with the community, with the leaders here, in order to be able to better the business economy and society and entrepreneurships.
The trip included 3 conferences and workshops for 3 different specialties: business, healthcare, and education. Students in the 3 categories engaged with local university students and entrepreneurs in order to learn more about each.
Since we have started 5 years ago our work with Laji, we started with water testing programs in Aida refugee camp, and the work extended to reach the health through medical missions, extended to reach rooftop gardens, went to the education and sport activities, and now this year we decided to enter the field of technology and high-tech industry to brainstorm together how can we improve this field in Palestine, but also find jobs and opportunities for graduates here in Palestine.
The business conference hosted leading Palestinian businessmen and representatives from companies and universities, discussed business goals to be achieved and challenges to be overcome in the Palestinian market.
I talk about women entrepreneurship and the importance of women to be engaged because they are capable of running and managing businesses, and we'd like to see more of women not in the traditional businesses that are affiliated with women, but also to see them in more aggressive positions to lead.
Being able to be here, being able to see what the macro political economy impacts the micro life, business and enterprises over here is fascinating to me. So hopefully I'll be able to integrate my learnings to my studies, but also I'll be able to integrate these learnings into what I like to do in the future, which is do business across the world and across borders.
Health students also held a medical day at Jalazon camp in Ramallah, where the residents received free medical checkups and treatment.
We saw many patients today in the clinic, probably a couple dozen that I saw, and then also the pediatrician and the general practitioner. Mostly women today with a variety of illnesses and complaints. I mean, one of the most interesting things to hear about was hearing some of the stories of women who have sons who are currently political prisoners who are on hunger strike, and to hear a little bit about their story and how they're very proud, but also having a lot of stress and anxiety around what their children are going through. And so it was very powerful for me to hear their stories and to kind of see how the impact of these things on their lives.
The trip also included an educational research day where students visited public and private schools in Bethlehem to carry out research and make a difference.
We're learning about the education system in Palestine, with hopefully getting enough information to establish an early childhood center.
We want to visit some schools in the area so that we can learn about what is being taught here and what systems and curriculum work, so that we can help with a preschool in Aida camp.
The trip resulted with tangible achievements in fields of investment, health, and education, especially that the students were involved with decision makers and leaders who aspire to make a change in Palestine and help communities grow through learning, knowledge, and education. Noor Kudaimat for Palestine News Network, PNN, Bethlehem.